afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Charlotte's in today. Beautiful day.
It is gorgeous. Nice sunshine, and it's warm.
It is warm. A little hot.
Probably too warm
Some
for
might
you.
say
I know
hot.
you.
We'll get to the weather in just a bit, but first, topping our news today.
I feel really, really good.
Public defenders in Wisconsin get a much-needed pay increase. Political reporter Will Keneally breaks down how much of a raise they get.
And soon enough, Madison will have another professional sports team, and this time, it's a women's team. We'll tell you all about it.
And a very special guest will be joining the AmFam Championship Charity Foursome. This might be a hint.
Yes.
All right. Let's take a look outside. Where are we at here? It's like Tenny Park, maybe?
Or is it Wingra?
It's a nice, it's a park. You might be right. It might be Violet's. Well, anyway, watch out for the smoke.
Yeah, it's a good and a bad thing.
Julian?
I'm hearing.
The backyard.
Yeah.
Nice sunsets, I guess, with smoke.
Yeah, we could see some pretty sunsets, but other than that, it's going to be hazy skies for us throughout pretty much the next couple of days. We're getting this smoke coming in from wildfires in Canada, which has been experiencing some pretty high temperatures and, of course, some fires. And now we're getting a northwesterly flow, which is going to be shifting into a northeast for the rest of today. We're going to be seeing some of that smoke leak its way into much of the upper Midwest, even parts of northern Minnesota. We're dealing with air quality issues. We're not looking for it to be that severe here, but we will be experiencing those hazy skies throughout the next several days. Now, from our visible cloud track, you can kind of see just that line of where that smoke is making its way towards Madison and continuing to track south. Now, as we go into the rest of today, though, well, temperatures are going to still feel much like summer. Upper 70s, may even see a few 80s for some areas, and then cooling off for tonight rather rapidly. Actually, we're going to drop rather quickly as a cold front aggressively moves in, coming into a northeasterly shift from Lake Michigan, which is going to drop us to near 50 degrees, even 49 degrees overnight into our early Wednesday morning, where temperatures themselves will be around 40 degrees. For tomorrow, we're looking at a cooler day, upper 60s throughout much of southern Wisconsin, but it's still going to be sunny and still rather quiet. Take a quick look at our traffic as we're getting into our 4 p.m. commutes. Things are rather smooth around Beltline, a little bit slower towards Monona, but overall, still smooth as butter as we're kicking things off. We'll talk more about what else we can expect with this week in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Julian, we'll see you then. Thank you. A historic investment in the state's criminal justice system. That's what advocates are calling today's vote in the legislature's Budget Writing Committee.
The committee approved much-needed pay raises for prosecutors and public defenders. Political reporter Will Keneally has the story. Will?
So the top line number here is that the public defenders and prosecutors are expected to get $8.76 more per hour. Now that brings the starting salary up for them to $36 an hour. If you look at that annually, that'd be like $75,000 per year, brought up from $57,000 per year that they were getting before. And tied to that is a better pay progression system for those attorneys, allowing them to get better raises, which advocates say helps retain those workers. Now, the vote today was approved across both sides of the aisle, which you just don't often see in these budget debates.
Our criminal justice system cannot be a political issue. It really has to be bipartisan, and it has to be outside of that, you know, again, politics. And I think we saw that today. I think we've seen that in the way that the legislative branch has been working really closely with us.
12, 13 years.
In addition to the increased public defenders' pay, the legislature's Budget Writing Committee approved higher rates for outside attorneys that step in to take those public defender cases. Now, the committee vote today actually approved more than what the governor had initially asked for in his state budget. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 5. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Professional women's soccer is coming to Madison. The USL Super League announced the new team this afternoon, along with a dozen other clubs that will be part of the new Women's Soccer League. The league will launch as a first division league with 10 to 12 teams next year, immediately situating itself as a rival to the country's premier women's soccer league, the NWSL.
It's possible that we launch the team as soon as 2025. I think it's possible it gets rolled back to 2026. We have a lot of work to do in the next year, hopefully, to really understand exactly how we make all the improvements happen to the facility. And we will be working with the city as we proceed.
Madison's team will not be part of the league for the inaugural season, but will join teams from across the country in cities including Indianapolis, Phoenix, and Washington, D.C.
Dane County kicked off its new season of the Climate Change Mitigation Project to reduce the Yahara Lake's flooding risk. Crews will work at dredging 2 separate locations this year to help improve water flow, flood storage capacity, and fish and wildlife habitat in the Yahara Lakes. John Reimer, the Assistant Director of the Dane County Land and Water Resources, was joined by Dane County Executive Joe Parisi.
So what we're seeing here is sort of the finished project of a lot of site preparation, a lot of permitting work, a lot of analysis, and then when you get down to being able to move forward, it's really rewarding to see.
Today, Dane County has removed approximately 73,000 cubic yards, or about 5,500 dump truckloads of sediment from the Yahara chain of lakes through this initiative.
The Wisconsin State Patrol will have extra eyes on traffic this week around south central Wisconsin. Aerial enforcement is going on along I-3990 in Rock County today and in Dane County on Friday. Officials say the aerial view makes it easier to spot drivers who are speeding or driving aggressively. When a pilot sees a violation, they will radio to a State Patrol trooper on the ground to make a traffic stop.
Well, lawmakers are wrestling with artificial intelligence, grilling executives today on its safety as they try to come up with some sort of regulatory policy.
As CBS's Skylar Henry reports, senators want to get out in front of this emerging technology and avoid the kinds of mistakes they made when social media was introduced.
We have seen what happens when technology outpaces regulation.
After fake opening remarks, senators got very real about artificial intelligence.
The audio was an AI voice cloning software trained on my floor speeches. The remarks were written by ChatGPT.
Senators asked experts how Americans can trust this far-reaching technology.
There are benefits, but we don't yet know whether they will outweigh the risks.
If we don't step in, then this gets away from you.
Among the biggest concerns, job loss.
GPT-4 will, I think, entirely automate away some jobs, and it will create new ones that we believe will be much better.
Prepare the workforce of today and the workforce of tomorrow for partnering with AI technologies.
While the technology is still in its infancy, lawmakers explored the possibility that one day AI will know us better than we know ourselves.
Can't we foresee an AI system that is extraordinarily good at determining what will grab human attention and what will keep an individual's attention?
Senator Dick Durbin remarked it's a rare day when companies come to Capitol Hill asking for regulation.
What I'm hearing instead today is that stop me before I innovate again.
Lawmakers say they're committed to creating guardrails to prevent the spread of misinformation, preserve election integrity, and protect privacy. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar expressed concern for local news and for the theft of its content.
One expert testified that bot-generated websites are already delivering unreliable content. Well, President Biden held a second meeting this afternoon with leaders of Congress about the debt ceiling. Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris sat down with congressional leaders at the White House to try to hash out differences on the debt limit. The leaders are honing in on possible areas of agreement, including rescinding unspent COVID relief money and areas where there's a wider gap, like beefing up work requirements for government and aid recipients and student debt relief.
It is possible to get a deal by the end of the week. It's not that difficult to get to an agreement.
A group of demonstrators protested the risk of a default outside of congressional offices. There are warnings that defaulting on the federal debt will lead to an economic meltdown. The clock is ticking on this showdown. President Biden leaves for Japan tomorrow, but CBS News has learned he's cutting short the rest of his planned international trip because of the looming deadline.
This year's AmFam Championship Celebrity Foursome will feature an Olympian, a Masters champion, and 2 familiar faces. Michael Phelps will play at this year's event, as well as 2007 Masters winner Zach Johnson. Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, is an accomplished golfer in his own right and holds the record for the longest televised putt in history. Two-time U.S. Open champ Andy North will make his 5th appearance at the event, while Yankees legend Derek Jeter will make his 4th. This year's Celebrity Foursome is scheduled to tee off at 1:30 on June 10th at University Ridge.
Well, a Florida man is making an incredible journey to break a world record.
He's doing so by combining two of his favorite hobbies, pickleball and flying.
Kyle Przolski is in Sun Prairie with more. Kyle.
Well, you know, there's nothing better to do after a pickleball match than to have some food right now. It's kind of a picnic scene out here after this pickleball match. You know, it was a couple hours ago, actually, that Dean Matt and his partner for this leg of the trip, Rod Anderson, arrived here at Wyndham Hills Park Pickleball Complex. You know, today is day 16 of his journey, and the plan is to travel by plane to all 48 states in the contiguous United States and play 48 matches in that time. It's called the 48-48-48 Pickleball Challenge. And right now he's flying across the country in his 6-passenger Cessna airplane. He says it's kind of tight, but he's enjoying the trip so far. And you know, now, like I said, we're out here. It's kind of a picnic type scene. We wrapped up with the match about 40 minutes ago, and now people are just enjoying some good old Johnsonville bratwurst. It's quite a scene out here today. Reporting here in Sun Prairie, Kyle Przolski for News 3 Now.
Lovely day to do all of that.
Absolutely.
Kyle, thank you. Well, the best place to live in the U.S. earned the top spot on U.S. News and World Report's list for a number of reasons.
Good weather isn't one of them. Green Bay jumped 2 spots to become the best city to live in America in 2023, according to the publication's annual ranking. With a population of roughly 107,000, Green Bay gets especially high marks for the bang people get for their buck and overall quality of life, the two most heavily weighed criteria in determining the rankings. The median cost of a home in Green Bay is $247,092, which might help thaw any discomfort residents feel about the city's tough winters. Plus, you got Lambeau and the Packers.
You've got the Packers. That's the ultimate. That's the crown jewel right there.
There you go. Right up to number 1. Well, grilling season is here, and we're headed out to the backyard patio.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here with a couple of great hamburger recipes. We're heading out back when Live at 4 continues.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
Now I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, so you can have clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Known as a loving parent. Known for lessons that matter. Known for being a free spirit. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer, FDA approved for 16 types of cancer. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
Depending on the type of cancer, Keytruda may be used alone or in combination with other treatments, and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. New research highlights the significant health gap for Black Americans.
A new study finds over 2 decades, the black population experienced more than 1.6 million excess deaths and 80 million years of life loss compared to the white population. The research finds heart disease and cancer contributed mostly to the excess deaths as well as infant mortality.
Race is a social construct. It really doesn't have a strong root in biology. People aren't born predetermined that their life expectancies are going to be shorter, but by where they live, the exposures that they have, the way the medical care system treats them simply because of their race.
During the course of the study, researchers saw some improvement in reducing the gap, but progress stalled with the economic downturn and then COVID-19 hit. Scientists hope their findings will lead to action and investment to make a difference.
The U.S. government is considering its own free tax filing system. This week, the Internal Revenue Service is set to release a report on a feasibility study it conducted on the issue. It looked at whether the IRS could create a service to prepare and submit taxes directly to the government at no cost. The system would be funded by the $80 billion the agency received from the Inflation Reduction Act, but it is facing backlash from business groups, which fear this would diminish companies like H&R Block and TurboTax.
Americans seem to be scaling back on home improvement projects as higher interest rates and inflation take their toll. Home Depot reported sales for its latest quarter Tuesday, and they were below expectations. Sales fell 4.5% at stores open at least a year.
Consumers seem to still be fueling the U.S. economy. The Department of Commerce reported today retail spending rebounded in April after 2 months of declines. Retail sales rose by 0.4% in April from the month before. That's a bit slower than the 0.8% increase economists had forecast.
And stocks tumbled on that retail sales miss. The Dow Industrials dropped 336 points, closing at 33,012. The NASDAQ was off 22. The S&P 500 gave up 26. It is grilling time. Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here in the backyard, and we are making burgers today, Ange.
Too bad it's not smell-o-vision along with television.
It smells good.
It's great.
So what are you making today?
So I've got a couple burgers, of course, and okay, before I forget, Madison Burger Week starts Friday. I was going to forget to say that, and we're going to talk more about that later.
Okay.
But, so it's a great time.
Yes.
It's awesome for Madison. But I'm doing my burgers. They're not as fancy, probably, or as good as Burger Week's.
But
the chef's burgers.
They're not plain, though. You've put a little something extra on them.
I've tried to. So not many ingredients, kind of simple stuff. But yeah, I've got a Caribbean-inspired burger. So starting with a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So start with the bun.
And ground beef seems to work best on the grill, right?
Pardon?
Ground beef seems to work best on the grill.
Yeah, a little bit higher fat content. You don't have to go super lean because you're going to lose a lot of your juices, you know, that fat through the grill grates.
So you got some cheese on there.
So I got sharp cheddar cheese. Now in my patty, I've got mango chutney and Caribbean jerk seasoning.
So you put them in the patty itself.
Right in with the ground beef.
Okay.
Then when
how much do you put in so it doesn't get so goopy and sticky?
Called for a 1/4 cup of mango chutney and 2 teaspoons of jerk.
Okay.
And it's not the jerk that I bought. I just got in the supermarket. It's not super spicy because I'm not a huge spice lover, but it's got a little kick to it, you know.
A little pineapple.
Then yeah, while I grilled the burgers, I grilled pineapple.
Okay.
And then you can always top with a little more chutney.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
Kind of like 6 ingredients.
That's pretty easy.
That is easy.
Then I've got Tuscan burgers with an avocado tomato spread. So Charlotte, do you mind doing this? I mashed up 1 avocado and then add in some sun-dried tomato.
Okay,
put that in.
Put this in
and
there.
Mix it in, and that's going to be our topping on our burger. Now in this burger patty,
put this all in?
Yeah. Okay. In this burger patty, I've got a little bit of fresh basil, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of salt, just to give it a little flavor.
Okay.
So that's the thing now. You put the ingredients in the ground beef as
you know.
as you cook it?
Yeah, mix it in the ground beef. Kind of get fancy. You don't have to, but...
What makes this Tuscan?
I'm thinking the sun-dried tomatoes,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
the
too.
basil, the avocado. So that goes on top.
Okay.
And then fennel.
Fennel?
Fennel?
Yeah,
Really?
I know. It's kind of like the kicker. Fennel. So like a raw fennel. So it'll give it a nice little crunch. Yep, that's enough. Take those off in a sec.
And this is the avocado, you got the good fat going on here.
Yeah, you got the good fat.
And you were just in Tuscany, so this is...
I was, so this is
kind of what they eat over there?
you know, I never had a burger. Can you imagine that? I never had a burger over in Italy.
Just Italian food.
Just Italian food. Yes.
We got to make our burgers here Italian. So.
Wow, this is amazing.
That's not very many ingredients either. So, but kind of fun, kind of fresh, kind of different.
So what's Burger Week?
Kind of like, starts Friday and runs to the following Friday, the 26th. Okay. So if you go to beeftips.com, we got a link right on the home page. And we're going to be on the morning show Monday with Josh, if I can say that.
Oh,
okay.
We're going to bring a couple of restaurant tours. We got 29 participants all across Dane County, Madison, and all the suburbs, and
So they're all like a burger week. So
so they pick a special burger, and then you can vote for Madison's favorite burger. Last year we crowned the Tipsy Cow, got the big cheeseburger trophy, and so this year you can go to the website and vote for your favorite burger.
So
fun.
You have a punch card and you go to every place or no?
No, you don't have to.
It's not one of those deals.
No, we could do that, but we didn't. Yeah, so you know, visit as many as you like and try the burgers and check it out.
All right.
Beeftips.com.
And we can find these recipes on Beef
and a bunch of other
Click
burger
on As
recipes.
Seen on TV for these and burger recipes, and we got a nice page too, all about beef burgers. So you know, like temperatures, grilling tips, all of that. We've got all that information.
All right, summer's here.
Oh,
yes,
thank goodness. All right,
Angie's back on the patio. It's official.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, still to come, an inspiring story of a man who wouldn't give up.
Well, paralyzed in a shooting, he finally walked across the stage for his graduation. That's coming up after Julian's First Warn forecast.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Find your inspiration with Wisconsin Vision. About our $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Menards carries the tools you need to complete your projects. Now all 11% off. Known for innovative designs and affordable prices. Works provides power and ease to get the job done right. Pick up the Works 20-volt brad nailer for $149.96 after rebate. Complete jobs around the house with the Works 20-volt half-inch drill and driver. It's a must-have for every household. Get it today for just $49.99 after 11% rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You got me.
Tag, you're it. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Well, take a look at this. A scary scene at a youth baseball game. A 7-year-old catcher was engulfed by a short-lived dust devil. In Jacksonville, Florida, sand and debris spiraled around the Bauer Zoa for a few seconds before the 17-year-old umpire rescued him. So he says it felt like 10 minutes to him. He was lifted off the ground. He wasn't hurt, and after cleaning up, he was back in the game.
Got a mini tornado.
How does that happen, Julian?
It's almost like exactly how a tornado forms, except for much smaller and not nearly as severe. You don't need a storm to really have it, but it's the it's the type of vorticity that kind of happens in the shearing itself from the wind in that one small enclosed space. From wherever the winds, it just kept rotating.
It just seemed like it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Usually see them like in the desert.
You can see them in the desert. Honestly, you can even see them outside. There's been times on the patio where I've seen small little dust
you see the leaves
with the leaves, yep, especially in the fall.
Yeah.
It can happen pretty much anywhere, but the good thing is that it's not ever a serious issue. It's just one of those things that's like, oh, wow, this happened.
Not in the batting box anyway.
Exactly.
No. It'd be quite the exit, though, to make, right? Like a swirl and boom, I'm going.
Fly away.
See you later.
It's gone.
All right. Cooling off a little bit outside, I think, when we were out.
Yeah, it felt nice.
Right, so now we're starting to see a bit of some changes. We have some smoke in the skies, and it's going to get pretty cool as well. We'll be diving into what's exactly happening with the First One forecast coming up after the break.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight, light. Yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont.
The new T-Box event and dining room with private bar is there waiting for you at Vitense Golfland. 2 large HD TVs are available for viewing, meetings, and casual gatherings. Private bar is available for any type of event. No meeting can compare with adding activities at Vitense Golfland. Enjoy indoor-outdoor miniature golf suites, and golf and multi-sport simulators. Add chocolate shop ice cream. As our sign says, ice cream solves everything. Infuse life and fun into your meetings and events at Vitense Golfland.
This is Matt Gunderson. We recently celebrated the life of Margaret, who never let a cookie jar run empty. Her service was cookie-themed, with everyone enjoying her tasty treats. Allow us to personalize every detail of a life well lived.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose. For instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
Time to claim independence from winter and get outside for the first festival of the season, Sitten Mai in Stoughton. There's entertainment at every corner with dancers, Viking games, live bands, and a Sunday parade. It's the first festival of the season, Sitten Mai in Stoughton.
Join the circle of life at the Lion King.
Now on stage at Overture Center through May 28th only. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we're starting to see smoke really engulf our entire cloud cover or even our skies for us here in southern Wisconsin, specifically here in Madison. Now we're starting to get a bit of that shift from the northeast, which is bringing in that lake breeze throughout much of the area, which is also starting to push in a bit of that smoke throughout much of the area. Now, as we take a look at what we're seeing, this smoke is coming in from wildfires over into Canada, which has been engulfing the skies for parts of Minnesota and now has moved its way into here in southern Wisconsin. Now, northern Minnesota was also under an air quality advisory earlier today that was expired at 4 p.m. But we're going to be expecting to see these hazy skies from this smoke even heading into tomorrow as well. So it's one thing to be watching for. Now, speaking of the cooler weather that's on the way, some of us have already started to feel some of those temperatures to drop just a bit more. It was very summer-like for this afternoon, but now we're going to be seeing that cold front starting to move its way in. And the shift in winds, again, northeasterly winds coming off the lake, some of you know it as a pneumonia front, is going to be impacting us as we get into tonight, which is going to be dropping temperatures near 40 degrees for us here in Madison. In many areas, especially closer towards Lake Michigan, are going to be into the upper 30s. So it's going to be quite a chilly night for us here in southern Wisconsin. About 43 for Janesville and about 47 for Platteville. Tomorrow, we're going to be much cooler than we were for today. Again, that's because of the impact of what we're going to be seeing in that shift in winds. 68 degrees for Madison, 68 for Janesville, about 69 for Platteville is what we're expecting for Wednesday, and plenty of sunshine. Now, speaking of those winds, we're actually going to really start to see a visual representation of what's happening. Coming straight off of Lake Michigan, starting to converge in with those northwesterly winds. And again, that's going to be dropping temperatures rather rapidly, especially as we get into the rest of this evening and for tonight. You can see on the eastern side, already into the 50s, but a bit of a different tale for our friends to the west, which are into the 60s. Now, the good news is that tonight's going to be quiet, but it's still going to be another chilly one on us for southern Wisconsin. Heading out the door for tomorrow, definitely going to need a bit of a jacket. It's going to be into the lower 40s for us here in Madison. Around lunchtime, we'll improve to the 60s, back to being comfortable. But again, we will be watching for some hazy skies for that smoke. But otherwise, not a whole lot of activity throughout our Wednesday. We are looking for some changes coming into our Thursday evening, especially around 7 o'clock. Friends to the northwest between La Crosse and Viroqua, we're watching for a system to finally start to descend upon southern Wisconsin, bringing in shower activity, potentially a thunderstorm, into our Thursday night, into early Friday morning, but it's pretty much out of here by the time we get into the rest of our Friday afternoon. Now, how much rain we're going to be expecting, it's a bit up in the air, but we're still looking for potentially about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall for us here in Dane County and areas over towards the northwest as well. Quick look at our 10-day forecast here. We're going to be seeing those temperatures be up and down throughout the rest of this week. Heading into the weekend, though, the good news is it's going to be rather quiet and honestly very favorable. Lower 70s, plenty of sunshine, and we're going to be entering a pattern that's very quiet as well. After this weekend, heading into next week, we're going to see a bit warmer trend from Wednesday into the back end of the work week. But until we get there, very pleasant conditions and rather quiet, too. It's definitely going to be a weekend to be outside, that's for sure.
We could use some rain, especially up north. It's pretty dry up there.
Yeah, especially with this next system. I think it's going to be a good enough rain, not a washout, but enough to give some health for, you know, the dry conditions in some of the northern areas. But otherwise, a couple days of rain, not too bad, especially early in our Friday morning.
So they didn't watch the no smoking sign. They didn't adhere to that.
Apparently
These
not.
Canadians. Yeah. I thought they were supposed to be so polite.
Yeah. Well, let's just give them an opportunity to make good.
Yeah, you just need to send them a memo.
I will.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julian.
Thank you.
Well, a community college student in Virginia has moved forward with his life after he was paralyzed in a shooting nearly 7 years ago.
Now, technology will allow him to do something he was not able to do after he finished high school. Walk across the stage at graduation.
Jake Burns has more.
It's a safe bet Khalil Watson wouldn't call it miraculous that even though he's paralyzed from the neck down, you're about to watch him walk across the room.
2, 3. When you're sitting down all the time, you know, things can start to get uncomfortable. And just being able to get upright on your feet and just being able to get any type of leg movement, whether it's having someone stretch your legs for you or just walking, you know, feels amazing.
With the help of this robotic exoskeleton, Watson is extending that feeling to the stage. He'll walk Monday night to get his diploma from J. Sargent Reynolds Community College, an experience he's never had.
Fast, but not real fast. Fast, but not In 2016, I suffered a gunshot wound to the neck. I was in the hospital from May 26th until August 11th. Prom was the week after I got shot, and graduation was the following week. I had to miss graduation and prom due to being hospitalized.
The physical work it's taken for him to reach this point in just 6+ years has been immense.
I was like a baby all over again. I didn't know how to breathe on my own, eat, and speak. If it wasn't for all of my therapists, I wouldn't be where I am today. I've always been strong mentally, and I always knew I wanted to go to school.
School is the second avenue in which Watson channels his natural drive. While taking classes in person, he would occasionally miss the GRTC bus. His family doesn't have access to a vehicle, so he'd just take his wheelchair, riding miles from Eastern Henrico all the way to the downtown campus.
I was left with two options, to either miss and go back home or figure out how I can get to school, and so I did just that. I've always been determined and self-driven. I just trying to let anything stop me, regardless of my circumstances. You know, I feel like things can always be worse than what they are, and that's how I'm able to keep going.
Sheltering Arms Physical Therapy is loaning out the exoskeleton for Watson's graduation walk.
I really appreciate Sheltering Arms because if it wasn't for them, you know, I wouldn't have accomplished a lot of my goals.
In a situation where most people would understandably fold,
it lets you know that things aren't over yet, you know, and it's I wouldn't say a confidence builder, but, you know, just something that gives you, you know, hope and faith, you know, to keep pushing.
Maybe the miracle of Watson's story comes step by step.
I did this for my family, my friends, myself, and, you know, like I was saying, you know, being able to walk on stage would mean everything because I wasn't able to do so in high school, and I'll now be able to say that all of my hard work has finally paid off. You never know. One day, I may be out of this wheelchair.
Pretty amazing. Watson walked in his cap and gown last night saying that, quote, anything is possible.
Well, he plans to transfer to VCU to earn his bachelor's and master's degrees in social work.
You know what? He's going to get there.
Oh,
All right, coming next on Live at 4, we've got a preview of the movie Blackberry.
And then at 5, after the accident from last Friday, there's a bill circulating that would increase penalties for people failing to stop for a school bus.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Mad City, a division of Renuity, the local service you deserve, now backed by unmatched national strength. We are Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. We started with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. Receive special savings on a beautiful new cabinet refacing project. In addition to our lifetime warranty, Mad City offers a price lock guarantee. Once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. And act now, be one of 30 homeowners who receive free installation on a cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
New at 5, a unanimous vote will bring a major development for the shortage of Wisconsin prosecutors and public defenders, how this will impact the court system.
Tomorrow will be a little cooler, but the sky may be dimmed a little by smoke from Canadian wildfires. Thursday be breezy and warmer, but showers and thunderstorms arrive for Thursday night. At 5, I'll let you know if another warm-up is headed our way.
And ahead at 6, Madison makes history as the first city in Wisconsin to have a professional women's soccer team. How this achievement will shape the game and the city tonight at 6.
Give the weather satellite a spin. We end up at LAX, Los Angeles, 65 degrees there. It's warmer here.
Good thing we're not flying out there.
Kind of cloudy today.
Yep.
Well, Apple may dominate the smartphone market, but another company paved the way for the iPhone.
David Daniel looks at a new movie that may bring back a few memories.
Picture a cell phone and an email machine all in one thing. There is a free wireless internet signal all across North America, and nobody has figured out how to use it.
The unlikely and relatively unknown story of the world's first widely used smartphone hits the big screen in BlackBerry.
What do you call it? It's called a BlackBerry. Huh. Try typing with your thumbs.
Most people don't really know the story behind BlackBerry. It's one of the rare things that had such a cultural impact that people don't know the backstory.
Glenn Howerton says he was fascinated by the characters.
The complete dynamic difference between Mike and Jim, that was all the most interesting stuff about it to me.
We are in a race to get this thing to market, and we are a year behind. I need a prototype. I'll do it perfectly, or I don't do it. Mike, are you familiar with the saying, perfect is the enemy of good? Well, good enough is the enemy of humanity.
Jay Baruchel says he was still using his BlackBerry when director and co-star Matt Johnson pitched him the film.
He was like, I want to make a movie about the BlackBerry guys. Do you think you'd want to be one of them? And I pulled a friggin' BlackBerry out of my pocket.
You guys have no idea how to run a company.
I created this entire market. Behind every sort of quantum leap, right, is a guy or a girl that you might not have heard of.
You said they were the best engineers in the world. I said they're the best engineers in Canada.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That does bring back memories.
Do you remember BlackBerry?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, our yearly flu shot's a thing of the past. Not yet, but it may be a possibility.
UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff has more on that and other medical news when Live at 4 continues.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Kitchens is looking for 30 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. The first 30 homeowners will receive promotional pricing on a kitchen cabinet refacing project. We want to evaluate our exciting new cabinet refacing product lines in real kitchens, including exciting new styles and colors. And don't forget the soft close doors and drawers. Call now for your free design consultation. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, 30 homeowners who call now will receive free installation on a cabinet refacing project. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. And be sure you call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Family is just very important.
She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treated in my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine. confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching, or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
And a quick update on our traffic. Well, things are starting to slow down along the belt lines. We have had a couple of disabled vehicles and even some accidents along the way. So if you're going to be traveling eastbound as of right now, expect some delays. Looking at 34 miles per hour, even towards 29 miles per hour, the closer you are towards Monona Road. But as we take a closer look over towards Monona, well, things are even slower if you're going to be 51 northbound. As of right now, we did have a disabled vehicle that had been reported, so that's slowed traffic to about 15 miles per hour as of right now, as we're getting closer to the rest of our 5 p.m. commute. But again, eastbound onto the Beltline, heading eastbound is going to be on some of the slower sides and creating some of those delays as we're getting closer to the 5 p.m. commute. But otherwise, everything's pretty normal for this time of day. We're going to be sending it back to you. Over to you guys.
Julian, thank you. To the Batcave. This Batcave Shadow Box Lego set is coming out June 8th. The company says it allows users to reconstruct the superhero's headquarters from the 1992 film Batman Returns. It has almost 4,000 pieces. It's for adults. The set has movable parts, a Batmobile, and 7 minifigure characters like the Penguin and Catwoman. The whole thing will set you back about $400.
$400 for 4,000 pieces.
There you go.
That'll give you a lot of time right there.
Give that to your boys.
Yeah, then I'll have it.
Researchers with the National Institutes of Health are enrolling participants for an early stage trial to test an experimental universal vaccine.
For
universal influenza vaccine.
Yes.
There we go.
So the development of such a vaccine could mean not having to get a flu shot every single year. The NIH is looking for 50 volunteers ages 18 to 49 for the phase 1 trial at Duke University in North Carolina. The director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases says a universal vaccine could be critical in the event of a future flu pandemic. It could also eliminate the need for yearly development of seasonal flu vaccines.
Joining us now to talk more about this is UW host Dr. Jeff Potoff. Thanks for being with us today.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. This is pretty exciting news.
It is kind of exciting news. So, you know, we had all this COVID stuff with mRNA, and now we have researchers using that same technology, mRNA, to develop a vaccine that would really change the way we do flu shots. So a typical influenza has this hemagglutinin, it's a protein. There's the head part, and that's what our normal vaccines are targeted for, but as the flu spreads, that head changes, and that's how we have flu vaccines that work well, don't work well. But there's also this stem, and what the researchers are doing is they're targeting this stem that doesn't change, and if they had an mRNA vaccine that could target that stem, that could mean it doesn't matter what flu strain is out there for any given year, the vaccine would still be effective. So a vaccine could be effective for years instead of 1 year. That would be great.
That would be great.
So this almost seems like as a jumping board in a sense for a lot of different things.
Yeah, with all the investment into the mRNA technology, I mean, people have been working on this, research have been working on it for over a decade, but there just wasn't a lot of funding for it. Now with the COVID vaccines out there, there's a lot more funding, and they're looking at targeting things like cancers, melanoma, fancy vaccines that can just like strike a virus in a much more strategic way than we could with old vaccines. So I think more to come. It'll take years to understand this, know that it's safe, but 5-6 years from now, it could really change the way we practice medicine.
Speaking of melanoma, yesterday was Melanoma Monday to raise awareness about skin cancer. Who's most at risk for that?
Yeah, you know, I think when we look at folks who are most likely to get skin cancer, one, you have to look at, you know, how fair your skin is. So folks who have more skin pigmentation, that's somewhat protective, they're less likely, but certainly doesn't mean they don't get skin cancer. Those who are much fairer skin, more likely to get melanoma, other skin cancers. And then a lot of it is a cumulative risk as far as like exposure to UV light. Folks who are, you know, wearing a tank top, shorts, and working outside every day, every single summer without skin protect or sunscreen, much higher risk than say someone who's not getting that sun exposure. But I think melanoma's kind of flies under the radar a little bit. It's actually more common than most people realize. It's important to watch those nevuses or moles that you have and make sure that they don't look atypical or start to grow. That can be an early indicator that it's turned malignant.
Okay. So self-examination is important.
Self-examination, if you have questions, you know, contact your primary care doctor. Say, hey, I've got this thing. It looks like it's changing a little bit. What are the next steps in getting this checked out?
So an SPF, I mean, it should be really year-round. You know, we say that all the time to wear this to wear this year-round because it can come even in the winter. Sun comes
even in
through.
the winter, it can be there, and I think likewise too. I mean, it feels good to be in short sleeve and shorts, but sometimes, especially if you're like out on the lake, there's all this UV light. Those thin long sleeve shirts and even thin pants can be a little bit better for you than having all that skin exposed.
Yeah, a new survey shows that half of Americans think they're not susceptible to skin cancer. Everyone is.
I wish that were true, but no, we see a lot of people who end up getting skin cancer, and thankfully a lot of skin cancers are fairly easy to treat, but some of those melanomas, they're bad business.
Absolutely. And maybe a shot one day.
Maybe, yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it would be.
That'd be a lot easier. Okay, all right. Anything that we should be looking out for this summer?
Boy, I think just, you know, regular summer stuff. When I think of summer, I think, you know, make sure that you're driving safely, you're not driving under the influence of alcohol. We see those traumas oftentimes in the summer. Heat-related illnesses, boy, it seems like just a few weeks ago we were talking about frostbite, but now we worry about, you know, heat-related illnesses as we get closer into summer. But for the most part, no, things are looking pretty good
no
right
real
now.
COVID news? I mean, we talked for 3 years about COVID.
Which is really kind of nice.
It is. I'm getting more used to talking about things other than COVID.
It's nice to talk about other things.
Right,
all right, great to see you, Jeff. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Final check of your forecast coming up.
So your credit isn't the greatest? No problem. We offer guaranteed credit approval on vehicles you actually want to drive. Yes, we'll even guarantee your credit is approved. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom for the yes.
I was mad and I wanted to slam something, and I tried slamming the door and I couldn't. Wouldn't slam. I was like, darn it, we got the soft close.
With soft close doors and drawers, your kitchen cabinets won't be so easily damaged by daily wear and tear. It's just one of the reasons homeowners love Mad City Kitchens. And now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. Choose new cabinet colors and countertops. Pull out shelves, lazy Susans, even a new kitchen sink installed in as little as 2 days. The first 30 homeowners who call now will save with free installation, with no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
At Bergstrom Automotive, we are proud to offer negotiation-free upfront pricing. Upfront pricing means you can put your armor away. There's no battle with scary salespeople here. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom for the yes.
A unanimous vote will bring a major development for the shortage of Wisconsin prosecutors and public defenders, how this will impact the court system. Plus, lawmakers are taking action against drivers who fail to stop for school buses after the loss of their child. A Reedsburg family weighs in. That's coming up next.
I want what is shown to the public to be what's actually happening.
A former employee of Madison's Henry Vilas Zoo makes some eye-opening claims about the zoo's animal care practices. News 3 Now investigates, Thursday at 6.
We're going to be watching for opportunities of some showers late Thursday into our Friday morning. That will be moving out of here rather quickly once we get into the rest of our Friday. But other than that, our 3 things we'll need to know. It's going to be cool tonight and a bit cooler for tomorrow. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s tonight and upper 60s for tomorrow. Our best rain chances, again, folks, will be Thursday night and a Friday. But heading into this weekend, expect or start planning things to be outside. We're looking at comfortable temperatures, and a really dry weekend for us here in Madison and throughout much of southern Wisconsin. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti will walk through this coming up at 5.
Julian, thank you. Tomorrow on Live at 4, the face of State Street has certainly changed over the years.
We'll meet a local author with first-hand knowledge. Her book is called The Magic Hour, A Very Personal History of State Street. That's coming up tomorrow.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers, an A+ rating with the BBB, and with our price lock guarantee, schedule your kitchen cabinet refacing quote now and we'll lock the price in for 1 year guaranteed. Mad City Kitchens is your trusted source for cabinet refacing. Avoid the lengthy remodel, stay under budget, and transform your kitchen in as little as 2 days. Plus, time's running out to call. We're looking for 30 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. 30 homeowners who call now will receive free installation on a cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. Plus, last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Ready to feel what it's like when you can do more with less asthma? It's possible with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Are you in? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
In today's Final Touch, it was a big day if you're an alpaca living in China.
That's because it's shearing day. Shearers waited in designated areas. They started to shear the wool off the alpacas in the Wild Wide World Alpaca Farm in eastern China. Alpaca wood is the best coat for alpacas in winter, but since the wool doesn't fall off naturally, human intervention is necessary. Before the arrival of summer, shearers do their thing, separating the wool from the animal. After that, the wool will be divided into different packages. Turns out the wool on an alpaca's back is best, which will be packed separately. Alpacas are native to much of South America and have gradually become popular in China in recent years.
Oh, that's so awesome.
You ever have an alpaca sweater?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's soft.
Okay, well, now look.
How you know?
Online shopping.
Get one from the back. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.